season and the times that they've struggled, they don't seem like as bad of struggles or as bad of losses because they still continue to care for each other, and that's a huge, huge thing. So when they are, if somebody errs, we talked about this the other night, somebody errs, somebody else picks them up, somebody else looks good thing, or they believe in themselves, they can get the next play, or the setter will go back to somebody who just erred, or anything like that. Like they just trust in each other to go back to them on the next play, and then because of the trust and the belief in themselves, then I think that they're pulling it all together and they're just having fun and being able to celebrate everybody's victories, each other's victories as much as their own. And that's a huge part of being a team, is being able to be happy for your teammates.
Let's talk a little bit about your opponent tonight as you get this first game going. What do you know about this first game and who you're going to be playing?
Well, Kimball, we got to watch them a little bit at our conference tournament. They are, they've had their struggles this season too. Their conference tournament, they hosted it, and they struggled that day. So I think they finished last in their conference tournament. But that's nothing to be taken away from, the team that they are. So everybody can have an off day. I was talking to the Perkins County coach today. She's like, one of her little comments in her text was, "So you just love the game of volleyball, right?" Yes, because every set can be different, every play can be different, and definitely every day is different, depending on the mentality of the kids and what they can get through. So Kimball, just watching them last night, watching them at the conference tournament, getting some other video on them, they can do some different stuff. They throw a lot of different looks over the net, so we just have to be ready to take care of the ball on our side and make sure that we're handling it over here. We're keeping the service pressure on them, hoping to keep them out of the system, and then just being ready for whatever they throw back at us on when we're on defense. So
you don't worry about what goes on the other half of the bracket until you take care of your half.
Right, for sure. I mean, it's one day at a time. Seriously, everything is so. It's one set at a time. We talked about this last night at practice. Like, we still have to keep working. We have to keep working one drill at a time, one play at a time, all that stuff. Last night was one more practice, get it done today so that we can get it done tomorrow. So taking care of what we need to do at the time, in the moment, and then just build off of that moment in the next moment and looking to go forward through that process of not getting ahead of ourselves in anything, right? Just taking care of one point at a time.
You're 30-plus games into the season. Right now, 21-10 coming into the Subdistricts. Is everybody healthy? That's a long season to try to keep everybody going.
Yeah, I'm knocking on wood right now. We were healthy until Annalena announced that I think is suffering from a little Achilles tendonitis, so she's been pretty gippy. So we're going to check her at game time and see if she's good to go. If not, Camilla Brown will take her responsibilities tonight, which will be just fine. Camilla is a smart, capable player, and I think that will be a seamless transition. So other than that, so glad you brought that up. But yeah, we've stayed healthy. I think the kids do a pretty good job of preparing themselves and staying fit, and taking care of their injuries that come about. But yes, we've been pretty lucky.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending a little time with us in the pregame. Good luck against the Kimball Longhorns tonight and here in the postseason.
Thank you so much. Hope everybody has a great time watching.
We'll be back with our starting lineups and tonight's first serve coming up in 60 seconds.
Cherry Hills Estates, Assisted Living Center. Settle into a retirement apartment that you can call home for years to come. Also available, independent senior apartments. Call 402-376-2555. For home, ranch, or commercial applications, call Stewart Concrete in Valentine, serving the KVFH area. Call Fred at 389-1590 for Stewart Concrete.
Planning Region P17 provides early intervention services at no cost to eligible families in Brown, Rock, Tabaugh, and Perry County to support early learning and skill development for babies and young children. Contact your local school district to learn more.
Sand Hill Oil Co., your locally owned Sinclair gas station. Fresh Piccadilly pizza, subs, cold beverages, and don't forget their bulk fuel delivery. Call 402-376-1302. Office Product Center. All your office product needs with offices in Winter and Valentine. Call 1-800-658-5525 or check them out online at officeproductcenter.biz. Wrench Tire and Auto. See Ryan for your full auto service, towing needs, alignments, and tires. Call 402-389-1913.
And now back to Mike Burge.
Well, tonight's ball games are almost like a mini South Platte Valley Association conference that Valentine switched to this past year, because you've got Kimball and Mitchell and Valentine and Perkins County that are all in that South Platte Valley Association conference. They were able to play volleyball in that conference tournament here, as I said, a couple of weeks ago. For the Valentine Lady Badgers, their starting lineup tonight, the home team will be number 1, Paige Springer, a junior. Number 3, Clara Bebout, a sophomore. The libero is going to be number 16, Danica Jansen, a sophomore. Number 5, Annalena Nelson, a sophomore, will be in the starting lineup. Ashlyn Hutchinson is the lone senior on this Badger squad. She'll be one of the front hitters up front there. And the center is going to be Devani Beldell, just a freshman, and also another freshman in that starting lineup for the Valentine Lady Badgers. It's going to be number 14, Mia Schurbine. She is a freshman as well. So Valentine starting a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomores, a junior and a senior, it looks like, in that lineup. Coming off the bench for the Lady Badgers tonight, they have available Ty Miller. Usually will come into the ball game in a serving rotation for the Lady Badgers. Also, they're talking the pregame about maybe Camilla Brown, a sophomore, coming in to spell one of the Badgers that might not be feeling up to 100%. Leah Larrabee, a freshman on the bench. Kylie Tennant, a freshman as well. Alex Monroe, a freshman that has been moved up to that spot on the varsity lineup. So the Valentine Lady Badgers are looking to start with that lineup. We'll double check that as they introduce these starters to make sure. They will go with Paige Sprinter. They've got Clara Bebout in the lineup.
Sophomore number 5, Annalena Nelson.
And it'll be Annalena Nelson, number 5.
Number 7,
Ashlyn Hutchinson in the lineup.
Freshman number 10, Devani Beldell.
And Devani Beldell.
Freshman number 14, Mia Schurbine.
And Mia Schurbine. And Danica Jansen. So we got all those right. For the Kimball Lady Longhorns tonight, Hannah Kilgore, a senior, will be in the starting lineup. Jade O'Rourke, also a senior, number 2. Addison Olson, a senior, number 11. Clarika Hodel, a junior, number 12. Emmeline Tabor, a sophomore. Josephine Perry, a senior, number 23. And Grace Moore, a senior, number 24, the setter. So they are heavily dominated by seniors in the starting lineup for the Kimball Lady Longhorns. Valentine Lady Badgers will be in the long sleeve jerseys on the right, and their gray jerseys, black trunks, serving right to left when we get the action started. And the visiting Longhorns will be in their red jerseys, also long sleeve, black trunks, on the left-hand side of the net as we get ready to go with the first lineup, brought to you by the KVSH Sports Team on KVSH AM 940 and KVSH.com in Valentine, Nebraska. Thanks to Tristan Moore, back handling things on the other end of things at the studios. Coming into the lineup will be number 1, Hannah Kilgore, the senior. She will replace number 14, Emmeline Tabor, as a libero in here in the back row specialist. Kimball will be starting things off. Jade O'Rourke will serve left to right. First serve picked up by Jansen. Back row. Set. Backside right side. Hutchinson. Back over to Moore. Sets. Left side. And the hit is in the left corner. It's going to be out though. And it's going to be a hitting error against the Longhorns. Valentine will take the first point of the set. Up 1-0 now. And Ashlyn Hutchinson, the senior, will go back to serve here for the Valentine Lady Badgers. Right to left. Left-hand side of the serving line. Pounds this one over, back row, a little trouble off the end line, brought back in by Kilgore. Back to Valentine's side. Devani Beldell sets it left side. Schurbine into the back right corner. Picked up there by Kilgore again. Little tip over the net that time. No attack by the Kimball Longhorns. Into the double block. That time, Mia Schurbine pounds it into the double block on the left side of the Badger net. Gets the first kill of the ball game for Mia. And she is going to be getting the first kill in there now with Valentine up 2-0. And an ace serve by Hutchinson. Nice job that time. It looked like Kimball was a little bit confused on where they were going to end up, who was going to go for that in the back row. They split the seam between the two back row players, and it worked out. Now, same kind of spot there, right back corner, picks it up. Sliding over to the right side, Badgers dive underneath it. A little off-speed hit from the right side. Clarika Hodel will get the kill. They get their first point of the ball game. It's going to be 1-3 now. Back to serve for Hotel. Well, the junior is serving left to right for Kimball. Pass up front, Belleville set left side, Shervine with the hit, right straight to the back row, goes off the receive and down to the floor. Another kill that time by Shervine. On that left side, it seems like that's kind of her favorite spot where I've seen them go to her quite a bit, but I've also seen her on that right side. This time a little shorter by Jansen in the hit. Back over to the Badgers. Hutchinson passes up front. Shervine again, this time dumps it over the top. Nice job that time by Shervine. Tipped it over the double block behind him, and the back row was kind of playing back deep, waiting for the heat. And it goes to the floor, and Shervine gets another kill on that one. It's going to be 5-1. And the serve by Jansen off the back row, and an ace serve for the Badgers on that as Danica Jansen. She has a nice little running jump serve. She'll get to the end of the basketball court, takes about 3 or 4 steps with the jump, pounds this one. Kilgore bumps it up front, bump set in the middle. Tabor tips it right back by Paige Springer, by Valentine, back to Tabor, tipped at the front row. Badgers underneath it, brought back in from out of bounds, and with the heel of the hand, I think the Badgers are going to be called for being in the net, it looks like. So point's going to go over to the Kimball Longhorns. Checking in the ball game for Valentine, also Camilla Brown in that front row now for Valentine. Pass up front, Belleville set left. 4 kills out of Valentine's first 7 points. Valentine is up 7-2 and serving notice they are the number 1 seed. Just got to keep up that heat and intensity by the Lady Badgers. Ty Miller comes in. She'll go to the right-hand side of that service line to serve. Overhand serve in the back. Oh, that one's going to be a little bit too long, and it's going to be a serving error on the Valentine Lady Badgers, giving up a 3rd point to the Kimball Lady Longhorns. It'll be 3 serving 7. Coming in serving now for the Longhorns will be number 10, who I don't have on the roster this time. Clipped the net, goes on over, returned on one. Kimball tries to pound it back down into the net on a free ball. It goes into the net, down on Kimball's side, and it'll be an 8th point for the Valentine Lady Badgers. Paige Springer steps back to serve. Or this will be Shervine back to serve now. Over to Kilgore, bump set off the net and bumped over by the Longhorns. Back up front, Belleville sets it in the middle. Tip off speed that time in the front middle by Paige Springer. Paige gets a little dink shot. Badgers up to a 9-3 lead in the first set. Very smart move that time by Paige Springer of Valentine. She was able to find an open spot on that for the junior. Badgers with the serve and a little too much adrenaline. Going to go long and out of bounds. 2 serving errors against Lady Badgers. Coming into the front row for Kimball will be Clarika Hodel again. Kilgore back to serve. Jansen passes up front, right close to the net. Belleville brings it back out. Nice hit left side by Hutchinson. Over to Kilgore. Back to Valentine's side. Hutchinson, this time with the heel of her hand, pops that one over in front of the back row, behind the front row, and an open spot on the court there. And Hutchinson's going to pick up the kill on that one. And it's 10-4 in the first set. Played the best 3 out of 5 here tonight in the sub-district play. In the back row, popped up by Kimball and bumped over, no attack. Back up, Belleville will set it off the net behind the 10-foot line. The hit is just a little bit long by the Badgers, and it goes off the end line by about a foot or so. 5 serving 10. Back to serve is Grace Moore, a senior setter with the jump serve. In the back row, Shervine pops it up. Belleville brings it back in. Badgers have to scramble a little bit, but they get it back up and over. Moore sets in the middle. Long hit this time down the middle by the Longhorns. Will be off the end line and a point for the Badgers. 11 serving 5 now. Belleville is going to go back to serve for the Lady Badgers inside the basketball lane toward the right side. 11 serving 5 now. This one down the middle, up to the rafters, and brought back in, but hard to judge what's going to come off the rafters that time, and it hits the floor on the Kimball Longhorn side. It'll be a point again for the Valentine Lady Badgers, 12 serving 5. Devaney again serving right to left. Into Kilgore, passes up front on the scramble. From behind the 10-foot line, bumped over, and this time the Badgers can't get to it. Inside the 10-foot line, and it hits the floor on the Lady Badgers side for a point for the Kimball Longhorn. 6 serving 12. And Jade O'Rourke, senior, in to serve now. One of the starters for Kimball. Over to Jansen, passes up, Belleville. Back set right side, Hutchinson with the hit. 2 hands in the back row, picked up and bumped over by Kimball. Back to Belleville, set left side, and hit again, middle back row. Picked up, and 2 hands from the back row over to the Badgers. Back to Hutchinson, blocked, Belleville underneath it, or Bebout was underneath that one. Badgers, good job on defense that time. Tipped into the back corner. Great job again by Bebout. She's got a great eye for where to go with that ball, and she 2-hand tipped that one behind the defense in the right back corner. Badgers up 13-6. Hutchinson back to serve, left-hand side of the serving line. Into the air, into Kilgore, passes up front, Moore set, left side. Olsen popped up in the Badger back row. Jansen brings it in off the end line and bumped over by Sherbein. Moore again, sets left side. There's a good hit that time off the left side. First time we've seen a good swing there by Addison Olsen, who gets the kill on that one. And it'll be 7-13 now. They close that gap just a bit. Badgers lead it by 6. Middle of the back row serving line for Howder. Over to Sherbein, up front to Belleville, back to Sherbein, left side, tipped it. This time, Moore's underneath it. Left side, Olsen hit. Blocked at the net by the Badgers, and some people thought maybe that was going to be in the net and wasn't a block, but the ref right there let them play. Belleville with the bump set, and over the left side, tipped to the back row by Sherbein, underneath it. Nice job getting under that by Tabor of Kimball, but nobody can bring it up. Didn't get enough height underneath it to allow a teammate to come over and help out, and the Badgers get a 14th point. Going to be 14-7. Jansen back with that jump serve. Straight away. Down the left side, backs up, Moore, left side, Olsen's hit, long, out of bounds. Badgers take the point there. In the warm-ups, watching Olsen, if she gets in sync with everything there, she can get up on top of those and have some pretty good heat on it as well. Timeout called for by the Kimball Lady Longhorns here in the first set. Valentine off to a lead, 15-7. Timeout on the court. We'll do likewise. We'll be back in just 30 seconds.
Sponsors include Reimers Well Drilling wells since 1968. Mark has all you need for wells, and don't forget the solar well option too. Call 402-376-3707. And Cherry County Implement on West Highway 20 in Valentine, your premier dealer. They also carry Miller Loaders and Bosch Livestock Equipment. Union Bank and Trust Company of Valentine for all your banking needs.
Hometown service, state pride, strength. Union Bank and Trust.
It must be Hawaiian night here, or luau night at the Badger Den, because the student body and cheerleaders are dressed in their Hawaiian outfits. Back to the game in here. Nice single block at the net by Sherbein. Nia gets a single block over on the left side of the net, down on Kimball's side for that Badger point again. 16-7. Good block that time. Jansen to serve again, and this one into the back row, popped up, Moore, left side, off speed hit this time by Olsen. Valentine, and tipped into the net by the Badgers. A little bit of the hitting error there by the Valentine Lady Badgers. Give up an 8th point to Kimball. They go back to serve. Serving will be Josephine Perry, another one of those seniors on this Kimball squad. Hutchinson passes up, bump set, over to Sherbein, left side, pounds on that one. Close to the net, tipped over. Nice tip that time, and a good read by Addison Olsen, who gets the tip and the kill that time. Over the Badger blockers up front. Clear over on the left-hand side of that net for Kimball. So now back to Perry's next serve. 9 serving 16, right-hand side of the serving line. Into Hutchinson up front to Belleville. Set left side, Sherbein hits it. Nobody moves to get to it. Sherbein with the heat, and the Badgers take another one. Sherbein with her 5th kill here, I believe, in the first set. Badgers up 17-9. And again, it's going to be Ty Miller back to serve. She'll go to the right-hand side of the serving line, just outside the basketball lane. Kilgore passes up front. Moore sets it in the middle. Tabor tips it over. Miller underneath it for the Badgers. Sherbein left side. Heel of her hand, back up close to the net. Nice job bringing it out by Kimball. Tabor pops that one over. Valentine on 3. 2-hand tip over the net. Clipped the net a little bit by Jansen. Picked up by Kimball. Back to the Badgers side. Sherbein left side, hit, didn't get up on top of that one a little bit. It's going to go long and out of bounds. Nice job on top of that one, but it just sails a little bit too long. And it's going to be 10 serving 17. Back to serve is going to be Addison Olson, who's been up on the front row left side hitting for Kimball Longhorns. Low serve over the net, good hard serve. Belleville bump sets off the 10-foot line. Kilgore underneath it, close to the net, up to the net. Moore can't dig it out. It'll be a point for the Lady Badgers there, and it's 18-10 now. Sherbein will go back to serve. Nia will be in the basketball paint. Lots of basketball action coming up this winter on KVSH Radio. Be sure to stay tuned. Ace serve by Sherbein. Sherbein puts that one over right in front of the back row, and Kimball can't step up enough to get underneath that one. 19-10. Sherbein serves again. Left back corner, passed up to Moore. Left side hit, tip, no speed on that one. Into the middle, Hutchinson. And well played by Kimball, bounced it back over on three. And again in the middle, this time the hit right back at Kimball, puts him on the floor. Bumped back over again by Paige Frederick. In the middle, Hutchinson, and this time the right back corner wide open, and Hutchinson gets another nice placement kill, her second of the night. Didn't get the heat on that one, and Ashland can actually hit that ball pretty hard, but that time she took the speed off enough to get it between the players. And here's a hard one to handle. This one is going to hit the floor. It'll be another ace serve by Sherbein. She's got 2 on the night. The Badgers had 3 in this set, and now the Badgers out to a 21-10 lead first set, and the Lady Longhorns want to take a timeout here and try to cool things off as the Badgers start off hot here on their own court in sub-district play up 21-10. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sports team sponsors include Arden Bright Law Office, LLC, serving north central Nebraska and south central South Dakota since 1976. Warren R. Argenbright and Kurt Dam Argenbright. Baumgart's is your 4-season store, proudly serving the Valentine, Nebraska community and surrounding areas with the promise of what you need when you need it. Valentine Pizza Hut delivers before, during, or after the game. Order with the Pizza Hut app or call 402-376-3303. You can have your pizza in minutes.
Back to volleyball action, 21-10. Mia Sherbein with the serve for the Valentine Lady Badgers, and they have the lead. Little quick tip over on 2. Back to the Kimball Longhorns quickly by the Badgers. Left side, and the hit blocked at the net, diving underneath it. Badgers can't get away from it, and underneath it in time to give up the point on that one. Nice hit that time off the left side by the Longhorns. That was by Paige Frederick. And now Hannah Kilgore goes back to serve. Picked up by Hutchinson, passed up front, back set, right side. Coming off the speed from around the right side, Paige Springer. Paige Springer gets a nice kill that time. Right-hand side of the Badger net to the left back corner, off the in player and out of bounds. Paige will go back to serve now. Inside the basketball lane. 22-11. Coming off the bench again for the Badgers in the lineup. Is going to be Camilla Brown. Floating serve comes over. Brown will set it in the middle. And nice hit again that time. Off the middle hit, kind of going to the left side by Clarika Hodel. And she ends up getting the kill, her second of the night. And it's going to be 12 serving 22. Back to serve is the setter, Grace Moore. Cross court, picked up by Sherbein. Set left side, Hutchinson hit, but it goes long. Out of bounds. Point going over to Kimball. 13 serving 22. Again, Moore to serve. Left to right in here in this first set. Little run, little jump at it there. Jansen passes up front. Belleville, short set in the middle. Bebout again, the right back corner. Bebout with the kill. Again, not a lot of heat there, but great placement. Doesn't float it back there. Gets enough on it that it gets to the floor pretty quickly there, but Bebout with another kill. Badgers up 23-13. Good crowd on hand here for a 6 o'clock game. Serve is going to be just long and out of bounds off the Badgers. Serving error number 3 in this set. Coming off the bench for the Longhorns will be Jade O'Rourke in the serve. Badgers setting a 23-14 lead, but Kimball with the serve now. Sherbein bumps it up in the pass up front. Over the left side, off-speed hit. Brown goes up. I don't know if that one got over the net or there was a block, but it's going to be a 15th point there for the Longhorns. Low serve. Sherbein passes up front. Sherbein back off the 10-foot line. Oh, that was a nice off-speed hit from about 13 feet in back of the net and found the open spot on the floor, kind of toward the middle, over the front row. And Sherbein will get a 6th kill of the night. And Badgers at game point now. Fans on their feet. Ace serve to finish out the set by Ashton Hutchinson, the senior. And again, there's been about 3 of those where they were right between a couple of defenders from Kimball, and they both were kind of like, oh, the other one's going to get it, but then nobody got it. So the Badgers take the first set in this one by a score of 25-15 to take the first set of sub-district play. Stay tuned, and we're going to be back. We'll get the second set coming your way right here on KVSH Radio in 60 seconds.
Hart City Drug offers a full range of services, expert knowledge, friendly staff, and personalized care while making you and your family at home. The Insurance Center offers custom insurance quotes and solutions. Talk with Eric or Jessica. 340 West Highway 20 in Valentine. Call 402-376-2455. Peterson Beal LLP and Sand Hills Title Company, protecting clients' interests with honesty and integrity. Located at 114 East 3rd Street. PetersonBeal.com.
Your Farm Bureau Financial Services representative is Jay Hollenbeck with office located at 264 North Main Street in Valentine. Call 376-3328. Flat Creek Construction wishes all Badger athletes and extracurricular participants the best of luck. These activities build strong character for future growth. Good luck from the Arnolds at Flat Creek Construction.
Brewers, Canoers, and Bowling Center, your one stop for family fun. Bowling starts October 14th and Niobrara River Adventures return May 26th. Call 402-376-2046.
Welcome back to the Badger Den, where Valentine controls the first set, 25-15. Good warm-up in there, but they got to win 3 in order to walk away out of this one and play again tomorrow night. Mia Sherbein led the Valentine Badgers. The freshman had 6 kills, 2 aces on serve in that first set. Ashton Hutchinson, the only senior, had 2. I had Paige Springer for 2 kills. Sophomore Clara Bebout for 2. Danica Jansen with an ace serve as well. And see if they had any other, some other points in there. I think that was about it. Valentine ended up, Mia served 2 aces, Ashton 2 aces, 1 ace by Danica Jansen, so 5 aces in the first set against 3 serving errors for the Valentine Lady Badgers. Kimball didn't get a chance to attack a lot, but Addison Olsen had 2. Clarika Hodel had 2 in that first set, a couple of each for those young hitters as well. So we go to set number 2, and Valentine is going to get the serve to start things off here. It'll be Devaney Belleville who will go back and serve this one from the right side of the serving line, just inside the basketball paint inside the lane. Serving this one into the back row. Kilgore picks it up. Hit in the front row, tipped, and the Badgers are going to be called for being up into the net. So Badgers in the net, giving up the first point of the ball game. And again, back to serve will be Jade O'Rourke now with 1 serving 0. This one to Danica Jansen. Passes a little bit off the mark that time. Ashton can't get to it. Hutchinson chases it down out of bounds. But it's going to be 2-0. Rourke again to serve here for Kimball. Into Ashland in the back row. Pass up front. Camilla Brown. The hit's going to be into the net. And Kimball starts off with a nice positive 3-0. And again, serving is going to be Jade O'Rourke, another senior. This one is up. Passed up by Sherbein. Devaney back set right side. Hutchinson off the middle and out. Going to be a kill by Ashley Hutchinson over there, her 3rd of the night in this matchup. And it does give Valentine the first point of this match. It's going to be 1 serving 3. And Ashton Hutchinson's going to go back and serve. For the Badgers, left side of the serving line. Kilgore in the back row, up to Moore. She'll back set right side. Tip 2-hand over the net. Back to the Badgers. And again, the Badgers, I think, called for being up into the net that time. So 2 in the net calls against the Badgers early on, giving a 4-1 lead to Kimball Longhorns. Over to Sherbine, up to Belleville, back to Sherbine, left side. There's the speed from Sherbine, and she was off the net by about 3 feet anyway when she took a swing at that one for another kill. Her 7th of the night for Mia Sherbine. Badgers down 2-4. Make a comeback here. Danica Jansen with that running jump serve here. Into the right back corner, up to Moore, set, left side, Olsen, hit long, and Badgers take the point now, 1-point spread, 3, serving 4. Badgers trying to tie it up on this one. Jansen again to serve. In the back row, up to Moore, set left side, Olsen tips, blocked by the net, and again, Paige Springer is there, Camilla Brown is there with the double block for the Lady Badgers to come back and tie it up at 4-4. Jansen serves again for the Badgers to take the lead. Up to a bump set in the front row. Off the net. Tabor hit is long and out of bounds. Little bit long off the inline on that. Well, I thought we were, should be 5-4 Valentine. Nope, the point goes, apparently Badgers up to the net on the block again or something, because they're going to call a point now for Kimball, and it's going to be 5-4 Kimball. And the Longhorns with the serve. Passing up front, Hutchinson, Sherbine off the net, in the back line. Sherbine on top of all of that one. Great job of setting by freshman to freshman that by. If you can't make it up for tonight's ball game and if Valentine goes on and wins this game tonight, highly encourage you to get up here tomorrow night when the Badgers take on the winner of that other semifinal game to cheer on the Badgers and watch some great volleyball action. Ace serve by Ty Miller as the Badgers take the lead now 6-5 for the first time in this set. Miller coming in to serve quite often, kind of a normal rotation for them in that back row. This one's going to be some trouble, brought back in, and 3-ball coming up, jumped on by Sherbine. Kimball was ready for it though. Hutchinson passes it up front. In the middle, Sherbine on top of it, bam, that was all she wrote. Sherbine with 9 kills in 1.5 set, and Badgers up now by 2, 7-5. Back to serve again, Miller. Right-hand side of the serving line. Into Kilgore back row, up to Moore. Quick tip over the net. Underneath it, Badgers quick tip back over on 2. Bumped over by Olsen. Back to the back row. Badgers played up front, set left side. Sherbine in the back corner. They got a hand on that one, but Sherbine with another kill. She is hot tonight, and they are feeding her the ball on the left side of that net. Badgers were down, I believe it was 3-0 and 4-1 in there. Now they lead it 8-5 over Kimball. Kimball trying to shake off about a 4-hour road trip getting up here. Badgers jumped on it quick. Tabor off the net, into the back row. Miller up front, Belleville. Tipped over the net again. Nice job there by Paige Springer, front row, against the grain a little bit there and down the net. And she's going to get the kill on that for Paige, her 3rd of the night. And the Longhorns want to take a timeout as the Badgers have come back and taken the lead second set by a 9-5 margin. We're going to be back. More Badger volleyball coming up in 30 seconds.
Tooth and Whisker Outdoors in their new building at 311 West Highway 20. They provide hunting, fishing, and outdoor equipment. 402-376-1284. Did you miss the local news report? Wondering what is happening in town this weekend? KVSH.com is your backup when you miss it live. KVSH.com, serving 24 hours a day. Complete Chiropractic is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Treat your bones, muscles, and joints. Call Jamie for an appointment. 402-389-2898.
9-5. Valentine in the lead with the serve. Ty Miller after the timeout. Kilgore comes up, jump ball at the net. Sherbine there. She comes back, pounds it again. And I think that's going to be down into the net on Valentine's side. So it's going to be a point for the Longhorns. 6-5 here. Coming in to serve again is number 10, who, again, I do not have them on my roster, but they've been in to serve in this rotation each time. Serving left to right for the Longhorns. Hutchinson passes it up front into Sherbine. Tip against the grain. Back over by Tabor. Pass up front. Tip over by the Badgers. Belleville. Trouble. And finally Kilgore gets it over for Kimball. In the Badgers. Scrambling underneath it. Jansen returned on 2. Moore finally gets a set to set on 2. Tabor Back to Miller up front. Belleville set left side. Sherbein with the hit. Tipped at the net. Kilgore picks it up in the back row. And a free ball coming up. Paige Springer in the middle. Tried to pound that to the back row. Long hit. Badgers are going to say it's long. And the refs are looking to see if it was touched at the net by the Badgers. Some of the Longhorns were trying to say that Valentine got a block on that, but they did not. And so it'll be a point Valentine, 10 serving 6. Springer goes back to serve with the jump serve. Passed into the back. Kilgore bump set off the net. Frederick and into the block, but down the net on Valentine's side. One of those that kind of hit the block and then just went sideways and rolled alongside the net. So 7 serving 10 now. Frederick is going to get the kill on that one. Jansen passes up front. Belleville close to the net, brings it back to Hutchinson. Hit's going to be into the net though that time, and it's 8 serving 10. Kilgore goes back to serve for the Longhorns. Into Hutchinson, passes into the 10-foot line, back set right side. Springer into the block, comes off the block of Kimball and down on Kimball's side for the point. And Springer's going to get another one. I think that was Springer that hit that one over there. She'll go back to serve. 11 serving 8 now, second set. Valentine won the first. Long serve on the line. Ace serve. Paige Springer with her first ace of the night in there. Badgers 6th in this set and a half or so. Springer again back to serve. That one was right at the line. This one going back to Kilgore. Passed up to Moore. In the middle, Tabor with the hit. Badgers scrambling. Sherbein got a hand underneath it. Miller kept it alive and finally pumped over by Belleville. Belleville up front. Ooh, there's a nice hit in the middle that time, I believe, by Huddle with her third kill of the night. Off the Badgers and out of play. A little bit against the grain on that hit. Hard cut to the left. Badgers were adjusting to that and didn't get that in the right spot. Moore with the serve off the end line, brought back in by Jansen and bumped over by Belleville. Up to Moore, sets in the middle. Tabor with the hit, double block, right back at Kimball. They're ready for it. Sherbein sets in the back, left side. Hutchinson tips it, and that great job of tipping that time by Hutchinson on the left side. Got both blockers up on the right side of the net by Kimball, and as they reached their pinnacle and started coming down, she tipped it up over the top of them where they weren't going to be able to recover. 13 serving 9. Belleville back to serve. In the back row, up front, Moore sets. Tabor off the net this time. Belleville underneath it. Bump set, left side, Hutchinson. Over to Kimball. Set in the middle. Tabor hit into the net though that time. And the Badgers go up 14-9. Badgers get a little run going in here in this second set. Belleville, freshman, back to serve here for the Lady Badgers. Pops this one up, back row from Kilgore. In the middle, Tabor again. Sherbein, back row for the Badgers, up to Hutchinson. Hits it, underneath it, Frederick. In the middle, Tabor, and again, unfortunately for the Kimball Longhorns, a hit into the net. And another Badger point here for Valentine, 15 serving 9. Belleville again to serve. Passed up front to Moore, set left side, and they have to tip it over the net. It was a little close to the net. Bumped over and a little long by the Badgers, trying to get that one back up and over on 3. So it'll be 10 serving 15 now. And back to serve will be Jade O'Rourke, senior for the Longhorns. Soft serve down the right sideline, and it looks like it's going to drop in on the sideline for the first ace serve of the night by the Longhorns. Badgers were waiting for that to hook a little bit out of bounds, it looked like. A little harder serve this time. Jansen up to Belleville. Over the right side, Hutchinson with the hit. Trouble on Kimball's side of the net. They got a second touch on it, can't get it up to the third, and the Badgers take the point. 16-11, Hutchinson back to serve. Left-hand side of the serving line for Ashland. Good low, hard serve, picked up in the back row by Rourke. Bump set, bumped over by Olsen. Up front, Belleville sets in the middle. A block by double block there and out of bounds. It into a good double block that time by Kimball, but it stays on Valentine's side of the net, but went out of bounds. So Valentine takes a 17-11 lead. Into Kilgore, back row, Moore up front, set left side on top of it, just off the inline that time on the hit by Olsen. And again, 18-11 now. Valentine controlling the second set, want to put this one away if they can. Hutchinson with the serve, this one a little bit too much juice in it, and a serving error. First serving error of this second set. They had 3 in the first set. Back to serve is Clorica Hodel. Hutchinson passes up front. Shervine tips from the left side. Moore gets an opportunity to set it in the middle. Tabor, double block by Bebout, and Shervine in the middle for the ace block. Great job that time in the middle on the double block by Shervine and Bebout. 19 serving 12. And we're back to Danica Jansen with the serve. Into Kilgore, up to the inline, and then back into play. Tabor, two-hand tip over the net. Belleville sets left side. Hard for the Badgers. They're not going to be able to get that one just a little bit too far out for Shervine to try to get up and hit that one. She tried to turn around, and then there was no angle left to bring it back in and over the net inside the upright. So it's 13 serving 19. And the serve. Shervine slides underneath that one. Back to Shervine, and Shervine thought they were going to set somebody else there. She was on the floor after that serve receive. Didn't get a chance to get back onto her feet and up to the front. So 14 serving 9. Serving again is Perry. Into the net though. Give credit to the Kimball Lady Longhorn. That is the first net serve or serving error they've had in this game thus far. So they've been pretty well in the first set, plus almost the second set now. Ty Miller coming in again to serve. 20 serving 14. Miller with the serve over to Kilgore. Bumped up by Tabor, and finally getting it over is Olsen. Danny sets it left side. Shervine on top of it. Another kill by Shervine. That's 11 for her on the night by, well, now the judges are talking maybe Shervine's momentum carried her up into the net. I'm not quite sure. It must have been called in the net. Julie Porth was asking for an explanation on that. Got up to the net apparently, and it's going to be 15 serving 20. And number 10, the player to be named later, is in to serve again. Right hand side of the serving line, off the end line and the wall, out of play. That will be an ace serve by number 10 there. Good hard serve that time, just in the right spot. Got the Badgers a little turned around. 16 serving 20. Badgers would like to take care of this one in 3 if they can. Got to get through number 2. Long serve this time and out of bounds. So 2 serving errors now on the Longhorns. Valentine at 21-16 now, 5-point lead, second set. Badgers won the first set, 25-15. Back to serve for the Badgers. Shervine, oh, that one's going to be caught into the net. And the Badgers get their second serving error. They return the favor there to the Longhorns. Kilgore will go back to serve. Hannah Kilgore, right-hand side of the serving line. Softer serve. Jansen passes it up. Belleville scrambles, gets underneath it, bumped over on 3. No attack by the Badgers. In the middle, Tabor's hit toward the left back corner. Long and out of bounds. Badgers take the point, 22-17. Paige Springer will go back and serve for the Lady Badgers. Gets the call from coach. Into the back row, drops on the line for an ace serve. Paige Springer has 2 aces on the night. 23-17, Kimball wants a timeout. Badgers 2 points away from wrapping up set number 2 and going up 2-0. We'll be back in just 30 seconds.
Tooth and Whisker Outdoors in their new building at 311 West Highway 20. They provide hunting, fishing, and outdoor equipment. 402-376-1284. Did you miss the local news report? Wondering what is happening in town this weekend? KVSH.com is your backup when you miss it live. KVSH.com, serving 24 hours a day. Complete Chiropractic is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Treat your bones, muscles, and joints. Call Jamie for an appointment. 402-389-2898.
The winner of this ball game will take on the winner of Mitchell and Perkins County, which will be the second game tonight here at the Badgers Den. So if you want to come up and enjoy some more volleyball action, and then the winners of the two games tonight will meet tomorrow night at 6 p.m., I believe, is when they decided they'll play that a little bit early to get the traveling team home. Badgers with the serve, 23-17. Paige Springer diving in the back row to keep it going. Hutchinson up front. Picked up by Frederick, back to Frederick, left side, hit, blocked at the net by Bebout and Belleville. Back over on three by Longhorns. Into Hutchinson, left side, returned on one. Sherbein passes up front to Belleville, in the middle. Bebout going to that right back corner. This time, Kimball is there. Sherbein sets over the left side. Hutchinson off the block, picked up by Kimball, back row. Frederick, left side, hit to the back row. Springer is there. Sherbein on the back row attack that time. Nice hit, but picked up by Kimball. Good defense there. Back again to Springer. Up to Belleville. Bump set. Hutchinson over the front block. Trouble underneath it, and Moore saves it for Kimball. Back up and over. Long volley going on. And Hudson over the heel of her hand into the back row. Back to Moore. 10-foot side. Tabor. Up to Miller. Belleville. Valentine side. And a quick soft touch over the net that time by Sherbein. In the middle, Tabor, Miller underneath it again, up to the net, Badgers scramble, get it back up and over, the crowd goes wild. Again, Belleville left side, Hutchinson, block at the net, Miller underneath it, Belleville again, in the middle, Bebout tips it to the back row, Moore will set it in the middle, Tabor with the hit, left back corner, out of bounds. Longest volley we've seen here in the ball game, and it goes to the Badgers. Great play that time, the scoreboard says, and the Badgers are at game point. Set two, 24-17 right now. Springer back to serve for the Lady Badgers. Right to left here in set two. This one is long and a serving error by the Badger. A little adrenaline going right now here. Danica Jansen back into that back row. Great back row specialist, and that's why she wears the libero jersey. 18 serving 24. It's Kimball made this one a little bit closer, but it ain't over yet. With the serve, Kimball into Jansen, back row. Belleville tips over the net, but it goes out of bounds. And a little hard to handle that one close to the net, close to out of bounds, giving up a Kimball point, 19 serving 24. Kimball's got to play mistake-free right now. And again, here's the serve by Moore. Jansen, low serve, picked up. Bump set, Hutchinson over to Kilgore. Moore, quick tip over the net, right back at him by Bebout. Kimball was there. In the back row, Badgers get it up front. Hutchinson with the hit, off the block, and out of bounds. Point, Badgers, 25-19. 25-19, Badgers win set number two. They are one set away from playing in the sub-district final game tomorrow night. Stay right where you're at. We'll be back with set number three coming up in 60 seconds.
Eric Scott Law Office on North Main and Valentine for assistance in ag, general practice, trust, commercial real estate, and estate planning. Ronnie Motors in Valentine. The home of Dodge and Ford trucks, cars, SUVs, minivans, and crossovers. Stop out to see their large Polaris ATV lineup and PK Angus Production Bull and Female Sale the third Monday in December at the Ranch east of Valentine. Also available by private treaty, producing bulls that make their commercial bull customers profitable in the long term. PK Angus.
I talked to AD
Sponsors include Osmond Implement east of Mission, your local tractor and loader dealer. See their inventory online at missiontractors.com. Double K Popcorn, proudly served at all Badger games, available at stores throughout Nebraska. Visit them online at doublekpopcorn.com. Good luck, athletes. Brush up on your game and your teeth from Dr. Frank and his staff at Valentine Dental Clinic. Currently accepting new patients.
Something for you to keep in mind. I mentioned earlier they're going to play that game, I think, at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It kind of sounds like talking to AD Blake Bebout there during the break that is set for sure only if Perkins County wins. If Perkins County wins that game coming up tonight against Mitchell, they will play that game at 6 o'clock tomorrow night here in Valentine. But if Mitchell wins, it has yet to be determined the timing on that. So, of course, Perkins County is down by Grant, Nebraska. That's where they go to school. And Mitchell a little further out to the west. So the Badgers win 25-15, 25-19. And they got to win 3, though. So we got one more set. Set 3 is coming up. So far, Paige Springer ends up with 4 kills, 2 aces on the night. Ashlyn Hutchinson with 4 kills on the night, 2 aces. Nia Sherbein has 11 kills and 2 aces in there as well. Valentine in the second set had 3 serving errors, just like the first set, and they ended up with a couple of aces as well. For the Longhorns, they had 2 serving errors in the second set and 1 ace serve that the Badgers gave up on their serve receive. So we go to set number 3 now, and what could be the deciding set, Badgers move on, or we go to set 4 or 5, and Kimball is playing for their life right now. They got to win this set in order to stay alive in their season. They have the serve to start things off. Jade Rourke. O'Rourke will serve. Valentine Brown on the left side with the 2-hand tip over the net. Back to Olsen into the double block and through the double block of the Badgers. Olsen gets a good hit there. And that is her 3rd kill of the night. And again, O'Rourke to serve, left to right hand side of the serving line. Jansen passes it up front. Back set right side by Belleville over to Hutchinson. Moore will bump set left side. And a double block at the net, scrambling for Kimball. Down on Kimball's side of the net, and Badgers take the point. Ashlyn Hutchinson will go back to serve with it 1-1 now. Hutchinson, left-hand side of the serving line, into Kilgore in the back row. Moore backpedaling a little bit in the middle. Nice hit that time from the 10-foot line by Kimball. Kilgore pops it up front. Moore set left side. Olsen with the hit. Good return this time up to the net. Badgers dig it out. Oh, they called a lift against the Badger, digging that one out of the net. Those are so hard. When that pass comes up and catches into the net, you got to try to bring that one out and get it back where somebody else can get to it, put it up and over. Jansen from out of bounds, bumped back over on 3 by the Badgers, but it works, and Belleville did get credit for a kill on that one as it goes to the back row. And again, a couple of back row players from Kimball, neither one decidedly took that one, and it hits one of them, goes to the ground. Jump serve again by Jansen. Badgers tied up 2-2. Olsen left side in the right back corner. Olsen finding her spot right now. She's got 4 kills on the night. And it's going to be 3 serving 2. Kimball with the serve. Josephine Perry will go back. Light this one up. And, that caught the net and then dripped on over. So it does go in his book as an ace that time. And again, that's by Josephine Perry, because hit the net and almost dead stopped and then just crawled up and over. Badgers couldn't come up to get to it before it falls on the Badger side of the net. Hutchinson, back row, up front, Belleville. Sherbein left side. And the Badgers are saying it was touched. The judges say no, and it's going to be a long hit out of bounds. And it's a 3-point lead here, 5 serving 2. And again, Perry to serve. And that one close to the end line, but just out right in front of the line judge there. And that'll be a serving error by Kimball, and Badgers get the point, 3 serving 5. Ty Miller in there to serve, right-hand side of the serving line for Miller. And the Badgers 3 serving 5 right now. This one up to Kilgore, then to Moore. Left side, Olsen, double block at the net, kept alive by the Badgers. Back to Sherbein, heel over hand, down on the floor. It's going to be caught there by Olsen. She stretched out to get underneath it, but nobody else could come help. And the Badgers are going to get the kill. 12th kill in the 3 sets so far by Sherbein. Passed up front to Moore at the 10-foot line. Tabor's going to bump it over for the Longhorns. Back to the Badgers. Tipped over, and again against the grain that time. Nice scramble. Brought back over on 3 by Kimball. Right side, Springer with the hit. Tipped at the net by Tabor and Olsen. Miller for Badgers. Set left side, Sherbein. Touched at the net. 3 ball coming up. Jansen underneath that one. Set left side, Sherbein again. Kilgore does a good job underneath it. And a little tip help at the net that time by Olsen, gets her 5th kill of the night. And it's a still advantage for the Longhorns right now. 6 serving 4. And number 10 back there to serve again for the Longhorns. Good slap that one over. Belleville sets from the 10-foot line. Bumped over this time by Springer. Moore sets it into the middle. Tabor with the hit. Going down the left side. I think it got in there. It did. And this time Tabor is going to pick up her first or second kill of the night for her. I think that's number 2 for Tabor. So it's going to be 7, serving 4. Badgers won the first 2 sets. They'd like to get out of this in 3. Set and watch Perkins County Mitchell game. And a good hard serve that time. Sherbein underneath it. Badgers scrambling, not going to be able to get it over on 3. Badgers a little bit out of sync right now. And it's going to be a 4-point lead. 8-4 now for the Longhorns. Got to win 3, and the Badgers won the first 2. Over to Jansen, returned on 1. Into the net that time, but able to play it. Kimball gets it back. Sherbein with the hit in the middle as Springer gets the kill on that one, and Springer gets her 5th kill of the night. Didn't bring all the heat on that one, but good placement right in front of the back row where they step up, but they needed about a step and a half to get to that one. Badgers take the serve away, 5 serving 8 now. In the back row, some problems, brought back in. Nice job by Kilgore. Sherbein, back row, up front, in the middle. Springer, right back to Springer on the block. Devaney will set it left side. Hit into the right corner on the end line. And a great hit that time by Ashlyn Hutchinson and her 5th kill of the night. Sherbein over back to serve. Badgers close the gap a little bit. 6 serving 8 now. This one into the back row, picked up over to the right side. Tabor, Sherbein passes up front. Back to the left side. Hit's going to be long by the Badgers and out of bounds. Point going over to Kimball, and it's 9 serving 6 now. Hannah Kilgore, senior libero, going back to serve here. Right hand side of the serving line again for her. Over to Jansen. Nice pass up front. Belleville off the net. Popped over by Springer. Trouble, but Longhorns get underneath it. Now trouble for the Badgers. Got a couple of touches on it. Goes off the end line and out of bounds. So it'll be 10 serving 6. Coach Forth up talking to her players a little bit in there. Just got to loosen up and play the game. Don't get tight right now. Long serve into near the back row, but picked up Jansen. Heel of the hand, Hutchinson. Back over to the Badgers side. Back to Hutchinson. Into the double block. Just enough. They got the blockers off the net. It goes into the block and didn't take the heat on it. So it goes to the block and then down on Kimball's side. Badgers with the point that time. 7 serving 10. Serving into the back row. Passed up front. Moore back sets that one over the net. Coming down the end line. Sherbein got a fist underneath it. And it goes out of bounds when it came over the net onto Kimball's side. And it's going to be 11 serving 7. And Moore will go back to serve. Low, hard serve. Sherbein underneath it. Belleville sets. Back up to the front row. Kimball. Moore will set right side. Tipped over against the grain that time. They've predominantly hit from the other side of the net. This time they've been attacking the right side a little bit more. Belleville sets it in the middle. Beat out with the tip. Somehow they got it back up and over. Tipped back down. Jansen underneath it. Over to Hutchinson left side. Block. Beat keeps it alive. Jansen and then two-hand tip to the back row that time by the Badgers. In the middle. Tabor to the back row. Miller underneath it. Sherbein. Jansen pumps it over on 3. Back over to Kimball's side. And nice placement that time. In the middle by Huddle, who gets her 4th kill of the night on a long volley that time. And it's 12 serving 7 here. And again, Moore back to serve here for the Lady Longhorns. Down the right side, ace serve. Will go into that right back corner. And Moore gets her first ace of the night. And I think the Badgers are going to take a timeout. They're down by 5 in this 3rd set. They won the first 2 sets, 25-15, 25-19. But they trail by 5 here, 7-13 to the Longhorns in set number 3. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just 30 seconds.
Sports team sponsors include Henderson's IGA in Valentine, where you can count on USDA choice beef in a wide variety of cuts in the huge meat department at Henderson's IGA. This area's first stop for all your quilting and sewing supplies, Baby Lock Sewing Machine and Serger dealer, Country Fabrics and Crafts in Valentine. Outback in Valentine can take care of your screen printing and embroidery needs. It's professionally done to look great. Outback in Valentine.
Well, Lady Badgers just not quite all in sync in this third set. They won the first two sets. This set, they've kind of been playing a little bit tighter, it seems like, instead of just out there smiling and having fun and going after the ball like they did in those first two sets. So they just need to kind of get that back, and I'm sure that's probably what Coach Porth is telling them. Relax, call it, talk to each other. They haven't really changed up the rotations or anything that much, so there's not any foreign bodies out there. Moore with the serve. Hopefully that timeout kind of cooled them off. Sherbein up to Belleville. Left side, Hutchinson. Blocked at the net. Back to Hutchinson. Then to Miller. Back to Hutchinson. Off-speed hit. Yeah, nice job that time. Hutchinson hit it right down the net from the left side of the Badgers down to the right side and gets the kill on that one. So Hutchinson, nice placement for the senior and gets her sixth kill of the night. Badgers close the gap a little bit. Down by 5, 8 serving 13. Not a real good return on that one, but they managed to get it up on 3. In the middle, Bebout with the tip and scrambling. Kimball can't get it back up and get it high enough that anybody can get underneath it. So Bebout is going to end up with the kill on that one, and it's going to be 9 serving 13 as the Badgers take a step in closing that gap. Again, Belleville with the serve. Passed up from the back row, and Frederick up to the front. Tabor, Sherbein steps up underneath it. Devaney sets it left side. Nice kill. Again, Hutchinson going from left to right for yet another kill for the senior. And the Badgers up down by just 3 right now. Belleville to serve again, right side of the serving line. Back row, pass up, close to the net. Badgers trying to block. And the Badgers called for being in the net on the block, it looks like. So to give a 14th point. Badgers lost a few points in that second set by getting up close to the net. It seemed like they didn't call any of those in the first set. Second set, then they were calling them a little closer. And Coach Jenna Envoldson is checking the rotation. Maybe they had somebody out of rotation on that one. So it's going to be 10 serving 13 here. Badgers down by 3, and Belleville back to serve. Point goes over to Badgers instead of the other way around. Down the right sideline, passed up front. Moore will set it right side with the hit in the right back corner. Nice job that time by number 23. That's Perry's first kill of the night. She was on the right side, and she just went straight away. Kind of looked like she was going to hit toward the middle, but somehow pulled that one down into the right back corner. And again, it's O'Rourke to serve. Passed up front to Belleville from the back row. And nice hit right side by Hutchinson. Gets another kill. So Hutchinson picks up the kill on the right side. And the Badgers still down by 3 here, but making a little closer run at it. 11-14. If they win this one, they'll be done for the night and await the winner of the next game. Kilgore passes it up front. Moore sets it left side. Olsen blocked at the net, kept alive, pumped back over by the Badgers. Again, set in the middle. Tabor. Belleville is underneath it. Jansen passes up. Left side. Sherbein brings the heat from the left side. And Sherbein had been quiet for a little while, but that's her 13th kill on the night. And that will wake people up. Hutchinson goes back to serve. Badgers down by 2, 12-14 here. Trying to make up a little bit of ground in the right back corner. Up to Moore. In the middle. The off-speed hit that time. Up to the net. Badgers can't bring it out of the net. And it's going to be back to a 3-point lead for Kimball, 15-12. Kimball coming into this ball game 12-17, so they had won their share of some ball games. Not as many as they'd like, but here's another kill by Sherbein on the left side. They start going back to Sherbein and getting that sink going in the set from Belleville over to Sherbein. Everybody else there ready to block as well. Badgers cut the lead back down to 2, and they have the serve. Jansen is in the net. and that's the first serving error of the Badgers in this set. Badgers can't seem to get more than about 1 or 2 points going, and a little bit of a rally and a little streak going. Need to build up some momentum. Josephine Perry back to serve. Hutchinson pops it up in the back row, bumped over on 2. Trouble though, off the end line and out of bounds off Kimball. So this time Sherbein over on 2, didn't get the hit on that one, but the Badgers score the point, back to a 2-point spread. 14 serving 16. Let's see if the Badgers now can cut that to 1 point. Ty Miller in to serve, right side of the serving line for the junior. Tosses it up into the air and clips the net, but goes over and played by the front row of Kimball, rolls along the net and out of bounds on Valentine's side, and it will be a Badger point, and it's a 1-point ball game. 15-16 now. Badgers down by 1 in the third set. Timeout by Kimball. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back in just 30 seconds.
Sports team sponsors include Henderson's IGA in Valentine, where you can count on USDA choice beef and a wide variety of cuts in the huge meat department at Henderson's IGA. This area's first stop for all your quilting and sewing supplies, Baby Lock Sewing Machine and Serger dealer, Country Fabrics and Crafts in Valentine. Outback in Valentine can take care of your screen printing and embroidery needs. It's professionally done to look great. Outback in Valentine.
It's a 1-point ball game, 15-16. Valentine trying to tie it up. Ty Miller with the serve right to left here for the Lady Badgers, set number 3. This one over to Kilgore. Up front, Moore sets it left side. Off the net this time, and the Badgers can't slide over to get to it. And another kill by Addison Olson there, her 6th of the night. Number 10 coming back in to serve again, as it is now 17 serving 15. Badgers need just that little click that kind of catches the momentum their way. There's a good hard serve. She's got a good serve. I'm sure see why she's in there. Tipped over the net by the Badgers front row. Paige Springer. Left side, Frederick. Double block. And up and over on 3 into the back corner. Saved by number 10. Up to Kilgore. Up front. And down on the court on Valentine's side. A nice hit again that time by Paige Frederick of the Longhorns. Frederick's been coming into that front row, and I think she's ended up with about 5 or 6 kills from that primarily left side. Back to a 3-point spread. Off to Jansen in the back row. Sherbein mishit that one a little bit, but still got over on 3 by Paige Springer up front. Tabor into the net, hit the net, didn't get the block, and the Badgers will take that point. But now they need that spark. They need a big hit. They need an ace serve. They need something like that. Kind of spark that energy level just a little bit. Springer goes back to serve here for the Valentine Badgers. 16 serving 18. In the back row, passed up front to Moore. Left side, Frederick tips it again. That left back corner was open. Frederick with the 7th kill of the night, and it's 19-16. Each point that Kimball gets is a little closer to winning a set here and making us go to a 4th set at least. Now it's Hannah Kilgore, libero, back to serve. Passed up front by the Badgers. Hutchinson into the double block, and down through the block on the Longhorns, and the Badgers get a little authority on that one. A kill by Hutchinson off the left side, her 9th of the night. Paige Springer will go back to serve with the jump serve. Up to Moore on a diving save there. Coming across the court, underneath it, Miller has to get turned around a little bit. Sherbein pumps it over on 2. Badgers scramble underneath it. They're going to say it hit the floor. Badger fans say no. There was a whistle though, and looked like the Badgers got a hand underneath that to keep it off the floor, but the ref said no, and it's 20-17. And Moore to serve. This one over to Jansen, up front to Belleville. Behind the 10-foot line, a little off hit that time. Back over on 2 by Kimball. Belleville sets it again. Bebout tries to tip it. This time Kilgore there to pick it up. Frederick tipped at the net. Sherbein underneath it. Belleville sets left side. Hutchinson in the corner up to Kilgore. Pops it up into the air. Frederick left side. Nice save by Jansen. And then to Hutchinson high, close to the net. Tipped to the back row by Bebout again. Over to the Longhorns, and the Badgers called for being up under the net. And Badgers apparently stepped across the net in that one, and it's 21-17. And a timeout called for by the Lady Badgers here. They won the first two sets, trailing in the third set, 21-17, kind of lost the mojo in set number 3. We'll be back in just 30 seconds.
Your Bulldozing in Valentine, your leader in quality site work construction, foundation removal, and septic tank installation. Your Bulldozing, we dig America. Full service home and commercial electrical service and installation. Call Steck Electric in Valentine, 402-376-1417. Jazz does shelter and tree service, tree falling, limbing, and removal. Deadfall clearance to firewood preparation. Contact Jess at 402-760-2212.
Well, we'll be turning our attention toward basketball and wrestling seasons coming up here on KVSH. Get a couple weeks off. The football season, of course, ended on Friday night, unfortunately, with a 4-5 record, a loss to a really good Kearney Catholic team. So the football team is done. We'll try to wrap up on Badger highlights with Coach Bish coming up this Saturday morning, so tune in for that. But we'll be looking at basketball here starting, I think, about the 4th of December is the first game. Net served by the Lady Longhorns, and the Badgers catch a little bit of a break there. They're down by 3. This is KVSH AM 940, Valentine, Nebraska. You're listening to Lady Badger Volleyball. Mike Burge along with you. Back to serve, Belleville in the back row. Kilgore turns around, pops that one back up. Tabor tipped at the net by the Badger blockers. Into the middle, and a tip over the net by Hutchinson. Up front again, in the middle, and a block again, back and forth. Blocked down by Hutchinson, and Debout up front, and the Badgers take the point. 19-21, down by 2 here. Badgers can still win this set, but they got to play error-free right now. And again, it's going to be Belleville back to serve. Into Kilgore. And the set, left side from Moore. The hit, Jansen underneath it. Quick tip over the net, picked up by the Longhorns. In the middle, Tabor, off-speed hit this time. Badgers on 2 and 3 over the net. Moore sets it on the move that time. Two-hand tip over the net. Sherbein. Hutchinson left side. Tips it down the left sideline. Picked up by Kimball. Off speed. Nice tip at the net. And Sherbein saves it in the back row. Hutchinson over. Back to Kimball. Again, back to Sherbein. Up to Belleville. Set off the net this time. Block at the net. Badgers scrambling. Can't get it up and over on 3. They got it caught up into the net again. It's going to be 22-19. And Kimball looking to win their first set here tonight and force a set number 4, which will be another set to 25. And it clips the net and goes on over for another ace serve. Those are so hard because they're coming at you and then they clip that net and they hit, almost stop, and then crawl over on the ace serve. 23 serving 19. Badgers down by 4, but Kimball 2 points away. Net serve that time. That one got caught totally into the net, giving the Badgers a break. Now the Badgers need to come back, but they just have not found that spark to kind of ignite the momentum. Hutchinson with the serve. Over to Kilgore from out of bounds, brought back in by Frederick, bumped over by Moore. Underneath it, Jansen. Belleville sets left side. Sherbein down the left side. 15 kills on the night for Mia Sherbein. And it's 21-23. Let's see if the Badgers can storm back on this one. Hutchinson back to serve. Gets it up to Kilgore. Moore sets it right side. Off-speed tip and down on Valentine's side. Nice tip that time by Clarika Huddle for her 5th kill. And it's game point now for Kimball, 24-21. And back to serve is Hodder. Jansen up front, passes it to Belleville. Sherbein, off-speed hit. Moore up underneath it, set left side. Tipped away from the Badger blockers, but a nice dive move by Belleville. And the Badgers get it over on 3. Moore sets it to the back row. Hutchinson is there for the Badgers. Up to the front, Sherbein with the hit. Off the back row and out of play. It ain't over yet, folks. Sherbein with 16 kills and 22-24 now. Back to serve will be Danica Jansen with that running jump serve. In the back row, passed up front. Moore sets left side, and underneath it, Badgers play it. Back to Sherbein, tipped, and a point. Mia Sherbein off speed that time with the kill, and it's 23-24. And now, Kimball wants to take a timeout, it looks like, as the Badgers come back within one here in the third set. 24-23, Kimball leads Valentine. Don't go away. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sports team sponsors include Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. We have the people, products, and services to help you take the next step in your financial journey. Premier Well Works, Chad Gale, call 376-5980 for water well drilling and pump installation. Windmills and service too, Premier Well Works. Call Green Clean for environmentally safe cleaning products that are safe for children and pets too. Brian at 402-376-4522. That's 376-4522.
Well, the Badgers are taking just a few more seconds in the timeout in here, getting things ready to go as they come out onto the court, trailing it 23-24. Badgers will try to tie this one up. Got to win by 2. Danica Jansen with the serve. Phenomenal night in 3 sets here for Sherbein with 18 kills. Here's the serve over. More in the back row will set it up. Left side, tipped over. Badgers scrambling. They get it over on 3. Great scramble. 3-ball! Sherbein tips that one back down on top of Kimball. Tie ball game, and the crowd goes wild. 24-24. Danica Jansen with the serve. That was just a great effort by the Badgers to keep that one going. Not a real good solid hit on it, but they scored the point. Belleville sets it from the back row. Jansen bump sets in the front. Sherbein off speed. Returned on 1, and returned on 1 then by the Badgers. Over the left side, and the hit off the back row. Advantage now off of that hit from the left side. Olsen gets another kill, and it's 25-24. Got to win by 2, though. Badgers can't make a mistake. They got to get this one back up, get the point, try to take the lead. Serving is Perry. Underneath it is Hutchinson up the Sherbein with the heel, bumps it over to Kilgore. Set left side, and set is going to go 26-24 to Kimball. The hit on the left side, and that is by Addison Olsen, senior hitter, who has 8 now on the night. And we are up, Valentine is up 2-1 in sets. Winning the first one, 25-15. Winning the second set, 25-19. And Kimball takes the third set, 26-24. Set number 4 is coming up on KVSH. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Susan Whisker Outdoors in their new building at 311 West Highway 20. They provide hunting, fishing, and outdoor equipment. 402-376-1284. Did you miss the local news report? Wondering what is happening in town this weekend? KVSH.com is your backup when you miss it live. KVSH.com, serving 24 hours a day. Complete Chiropractic is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Treat your bones, muscles, and joints. Call Jamie for an appointment. 402-389-2898.
Your Farm Bureau Financial Services representative is Jay Hollenbeck with office located at 264 North Main Street in Valentine. Call 376-3328. Black Creek Construction wishes all Badger athletes and extracurricular participants the best of luck. These activities build strong character for future growth. Good luck from the Arnolds at Flat Creek Construction.
Brewers, Canoers, and Bowling Center, your one stop for family fun. Bowling starts October 14th, and Niobrara River Adventures return May 26th. Call 402-376-2046.
Well, the gym is filling up. 4 teams in the house. Mitchell starting to arrive now for their ball game coming up against Perkins County. So the orange and black are coming in. We got a heck of a ball game going right now. Valentine looked like they were going to breeze through this one with 3-game sweep, but Kimball turned their tails on it and won 26-24 in that third set. So now we go to set number 4. We'll see if Valentine regains that momentum. So far on the night, Mia Sherbein, I have her for 19 kills, Ashlyn Hutchinson with 9 kills on the night. And Addison Olsen really came on in that set. That was a big momentum builder for them as the senior hitter ended up with several kills. She's got 8 on the night, 5 for Clarika Hodel as well, and 7 for Paige Frederick, who had kind of stepped into that role in the first couple of sets. But we'll start all over again now in set number 4. Valentine will try to put it away. They got to win 3 here. I noticed that it looked like the Kimball Longhorns, they were still kind of smiling and dancing in the huddle there. Valentine a little bit more serious. And I know one thing that Coach Forth had told us was that she likes to see the girls having fun and smiling and laughing. And so got to get that back out there. Valentine will have the serve to start things off. Devaney Belleville will start serving right to left here for Lady Badgers. In set 4, up 2 sets to 1. Over to Kilgore, tipped over on 2. Danica Jansen sets it left side. Back to Kilgore. Moore, left side. Frederick. Back to the Badgers. Dumped over on 2 by Jansen. Moore sets left side. Frederick with the hit. Blocked at the net by Bebout. Also there was Camilla Brown. Badgers will set left side and tipped over the net. Moore's going to have to tip it back for Kimball. Back to Belleville. Over to Hutchinson. Blocked at the net but popped up and able to play it. Back to Frederick. Over to Jansen. Up front, brought back into play. Good play that time by Hutchinson, and the Badgers win the volley. Up 1-0 on a long one. If they all go that long in this 4th set, we're going to be here a while. We're supposed to start that other game here in about 15, 17 minutes, I think. But this one is in the 4th set right now, just getting started. Next serve is up, and set left side, Frederick gets it over, Badgers side of the net. Moore will set left side. Frederick again with the hit. Turbine underneath it. Belleville set left side for Hutchinson. Hutchinson into the back row. Moore will bump set in the middle. Tabor. Underneath it is Devaney Belleville. Hutchinson over the blocks. Up front and bumped over on 3. 3 ball, but Hutchinson doesn't get a lot of heat on that. Kimball's able to play it. Hit though from Kimball into the net. Badgers up 2-0. Badgers leading it 2-0 here, 4th set now. Long way to go yet to win this one. Go home, sleep in their own beds tonight, be ready to play again tomorrow night. In the middle, Tabor with the hit. Sherbein back row, up to Belleville. Again, Sherbein up, hit's going to be up into the net. Badgers get a hitting error and give the first point of the ball game to Kimball. 1 serving 2 now. And Grace Moore, senior, almost all seniors on this starting squad for Kimball. And long hit on the serve, and that's going to be a serving error number 1 of this second, 4th set. And it'll be 3 serving 1 now. Hutchinson back to serve, left-hand side of the serving line. Nice low, hard serve. Moore will set it over to the right side, hit by Tabor. And the Badgers called for being up to the net. So Badgers get called on that one, and it's going to be 2 serving 3 now. Badgers got called about 3 times in that last set for being up into the net. Back to the back row. Jansen passes up front. Belleville set left side. Sherbein smokes it down the left sideline from out of bounds, brought back in, and finally bumped over by Kimball. Devaney Belleville sets it in the middle, tipped away, and was that out of bounds? That was out. Badgers tried to tip it from the middle down to the left side. Well, now wait a minute here. Where did they rule that one out? I think it was right in front of the official on the floor, and they do end up giving the point to Badgers, so it'll be 4 serving 2. So Badgers take that point. Thought that was going to go the other way. Underneath it, Moore on the run, back set right side, tip to the back corner, out of bounds. Going to be a little bit off the left side. Badgers up 5-2. Badgers get a little head of steam built up here early on in the match, starting to pick up their 22nd win of the season. Passed up front by Olsen. Back to Olsen for the hit, long, out of bounds. The Badgers up 6-2. Badgers taking advantage early on with Danica Jansen's running jump serve, left-hand side of the line. Goes to Olsen. Back to the right side. Tabor with the hit. Blocked at the net. Sherbein is there. Bebout is there. Or Springer and Sherbein there with the block. Badgers get the ace block and the point. 7-2. And it's an ace serve by the Badgers. Ashlyn Hutchinson with her third ace of the night. And again, it was one of those where Kimball was just kind of two players watching it go by him, thinking the other one was going to make a move on it. So the Badgers jump off to an 8-2 start here in set 4, and Kimball wants to take an early timeout. We'll do likewise, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sports team sponsors include the gun cabinet for targets, holsters, reloading and cleaning supplies, decoys, fillet knives, and all the ammo and guns you need. East Highway 20 and 83. Bordertown Steakhouse and Saloon. $2 taps and tacos on Tuesdays and Wing Wednesdays. Check out the specials. Details on their Facebook.
Sandhills Taxidermy. Let them help recreate the memory of your hunt. Visit with Brandon or Katie at 402-322-1542. Now, Sandhills Taxidermy at 103 North Cherry Street in Valentine.
Jansen with the serve, 3-ball coming up. Paige Springer on top of it, and an ace block. A little tip down there by Paige Springer, and it's 9-2. Badgers have their mojo back, it looks like. Jansen with the serve again. Over to Kilgore. Bump set, left side from out of bounds, brought back in. Badgers managed to get it up and over on 3. Moore will set it left side, and Olsen, nice hard hit, but Hutchinson underneath it for the Badgers to Sherbein. Off-speed hit this time. Taps it behind the 10-foot line. Set up close to the net. Kimball has to set that one over with no attack. Off the net this time, and again a tip this shot by Olsen. Bumped over by Sherbein. Neither team getting a real good set to attack. This time a hit from the left side by Kimball is going to be long and out of bounds. Badgers up 10-2 to start the fourth set. Good rotation right now for the Badgers with Danica Jansen at the service line. Kilgore passes it up front in the middle. Tipped at the net by the Badger blockers and tipped over by Sherbein for the kill. Sherbein with 20 kills on the night now. Back to that Jansen serve here. Into Kilgore, going right at her consistently. Two-hand tip over the net by the Longhorns. A hit long by the Badgers off the left side that time. We're finally in that little rally, but the Badgers have pulled out a pretty good lead right now, 11-3. Coming into the front row for Kimball will be Emmeline Tabor. Hutchinson passes it up front, setting left side. Sherbein on top of it. There it is. Number 21 on the night for Nia Sherbein on the kill. 12-3 now. Ty Miller into serve. She's just a freshman. Sherbein is leading killer tonight. Back set across the court. Nice looking set that time. Blocked by the Badgers. Olsen alert. Played it right back at the Badgers. Tabor with the hit. Badgers scrambling underneath it. Can't get it up out of the woodwork. And Kimball picks up their fourth point. 4 serving 12. Back to serve for Longhorns now is going to be Josephine Perry. Right-hand side of the serving line. Right-hand serve. Badgers underneath it. Sherbein. Back to Sherbein in the middle. Smoked it into the left corner, but it's out of bounds. Well, the line judge said it was out. And the referee down on the field said it was in. So they're going to go with the referee, not the line judge, and Valentine takes the point, 13-4. From the right-hand side of the serving line, Kilgore getting a workout for Kimball in that back row. Over by Olsen in the middle. Springer with the hit, returned that time by Hutchinson. Again, left side, blocked. Badgers return on one. Free ball coming up. Sherbein moves underneath it. Bump set to the 10-foot line. Badgers hit it over. Jansen with the kill from the 10-foot line. Jansen kind of surprised by that one as she ends up as a libero getting the kill from about 14 feet off the line. Sherbein goes back to serve, right-hand side of the serving line. Returned up close to the net, helped over there by the setter, Moore. And the hit, Badgers kept it going. Nice smart move by Hutchinson up front. Left side blocked by the Badgers, but it's going to go out of bounds on Kimball's side of the net. It's going to be a point for the Longhorns. Olsen comes out. Number 10 checks in to the ball game. She's given Valentine a little bit of problems with the serve here in this rotation. 5 serving 14, quite a bit of ground to make up for Lady Longhorns as the Badgers try to win this one and the game. Popped up in the back row, then up to Miller, back to Sherbein and lifted over the net. Into the middle, Tabor sliding around, 4 hits. Didn't clear the net. Badgers had the block there. They're a little bit further off the net because they've been called for getting into the net a few times. So they're playing a few inches back, and that time it didn't clear the net. So hitting there, and the Badgers up 15-5. Paige Springer back to serve. This one over to Kilgore. Passes up, set off the net to Tabor. Underneath it is Springer. Belleville sets. Hutchinson against the grain from the left side. Back over. Frederick with the hit. Long out of bounds. Badgers point, 16-5. Badgers don't want to let their guard down in here. Up by 11. Want to keep pushing the pedal to the metal here. Finish this one out strong. In the back row, picked up that time by Perry. Long hit again by the back row attack that time from Kimball. And the Badgers up 17-5. Springer back over to serve, right-hand side service line, about the key, basketball key there. A serve by Paige Springer, her third of the night. Again, right between the defenders, and nobody picked that one up. And the Badgers will get a chance to get a breather here. Timeout called for by the Kimball Longhorns. 18-5 in the fourth set. Badgers with the lead, looking to close this one out in 4. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Your local Can-Am Off-Road, Husqvarna and Doolittle and Black Rhino Trailer dealer. Call No Limit Power, 402-376-8050, or stop by West Highway 20 in Valentine. Cherry County Hospital and Clinic in Valentine, providing personalized, quality, progressive health care. Check them out at cherrycountyhospital.org. And Michael Klinder, CPA, personal, small business, or ranching. 904 East Highway 20 or call 402-389-0565. Michael Klinder, CPA.
Back to volleyball action here, and Paige Springer with the serve. Valentine leading it 18-5 in fourth, and what could be our deciding set here. In the back row, Springer stumbled a little bit, but kept her hands underneath that one. Sherbein left side with another kill. Didn't get as much heat on that one, but enough in the placement of that. She has 21 kills on the night. Ashton Hutchinson with 13, both in double figures. Springer now with the serve. Passed up front. Moore back set over in 2. Back up close to the net. Tipped down by Belleville. Found an open spot as she came up the set. Belleville gets a little dump and scores the point for the Badgers, up 25. Springer again ready to serve. Into the back row. Picked up there by Perry. Up front to Moore. Tipped at the net by the Badger blockers. And again, little dump over the net by Belleville. Sliding around, and Kimball returns on 3. Hutchinson with the hit to Kilgore from out of bounds, brought back in by Frederick for Kimball. Badgers on their side of the net, tipped over, trouble off the front row, right down on top of everybody. Hutchinson gets the block on that one, or taps that one down. They get a couple of touches on there, and it's going to be 21-5 as Valentine struggled in that third set, but this one, boy, they're right back on track in here. And as I say that, the Badgers get a net serve in set number 4. Danica Jansen checks back into the Badgers in the back row here. And going back to serve is Hannah Kilgore, senior libero for Kimball. In the middle, Bebout tips it over. Kilgore comes up, gets underneath it. More set, left side, Frederick. And Badgers are going to be up into the net again. Kind of a later whistle on that. I didn't see anybody at the net when they did that, but 21-7 or 7-21 right now. Kilgore ready to serve again, left to right in here. Left hand serve over to Jansen, up front Belleville. Bebout in the double block. Belleville right there. Oh, nice net play that time by Clarica Hoddle, who ends up dumping it down on top of the Badgers with the block. And it's 8 serving 21. Again with the left-hand serve. Sherbein from the back row, then up to Hutchinson. Across the court from the left side. Setting left side for Kimball. Belleville underneath it. Hutchinson hits that one hard off the double block. Moore and Hoddle were there. It goes through the double block down the net and down on Kimball's side for another kill that time by Hutchinson, who has 10 on the night now. Belleville goes back to serve, 22-8. Into the middle, back row. Moore sets it left side. Frederick with the hit down the left sideline. They're calling for a touch by Valentine, but the officials are not going to give it to him. Badgers will take the point, 23-8. Trying to put this one away in the fourth set. Good serve. Kilgore backing up. Passes it up front in the middle. Tabor, Sherbein up close to the net this time. Hutchinson off the double block, tipped up at the front by Kimball. Over to Frederick. Sherbein underneath it. Belleville with the bump set. Hutchinson off the 10-foot line. Dump over the net. Jansen backing up the front row, keeps it going. Hutchinson able to bump it over. Moore will set it in the middle. Tabor with the hit. Underneath it is Belleville. Bump set again. Hutchinson tipped at the net by the blockers of the Longhorns. And Tabor bumps it over the net. Jansen passes up to Belleville in the middle. Beat out off the right side. Touch it out of bounds. 24-8. Nice job that time. Good volley going back and forth both ways. Valentine wins it on the Bebout kill. And now back to serve for the Valentine Lady Badgers. Belleville drives into the back end line. Passed up front. Frederick bumps it over. Sherbein up front. Back set right side. Camilla Brown and the Badgers across the line. And it'll be a point for Kimball. Badgers will have to wait for that 25th point to wrap up this set. One more game coming up tonight, Mitchell and Perkins County. They're going to get home late after this one. And the serve over to Jansen. Up to Belleville, set left side. Sherbein has to tip it over. And they get called. Her momentum took her up to the net, and she stepped across in there. So another one of those where they went across the net. So 10 serving 24. Feel pretty safe. Badgers will win this set. It's a matter of how long it drags out. Ace serve by Grace Moore for the Longhorns there. Badgers might have got a little rattled after that last call. Just need to take a deep breath in there and get ready for this one. Back off the shoulder almost, it looked like. Out of the net. Great job that time by Belleville. Bringing it out of net. Her teammates get it up and over. Jansen in the back row. Blocked at the net. Badgers win. Hutchinson puts it away at the final. Again, into the double block on the right side of the Kimball net, and it goes down on their side. Her 11th kill of the night, and the Badgers win it 25-11, going away in the fourth and final set tonight. So the Badgers go to 22-10 on the year, and they get the opportunity to play the winner of the Mitchell and Perkins County game, which is going to be coming up next. We'll wrap things up here for Badger volleyball right after we take this 60-second timeout.
At Ron's Quick Lube, service makes the difference for all general automotive service work, from brakes, shocks, and struts to tire rotations and oil changes. That's Ron's Quick Lube. Santos Family Dental on 3rd and Main in Valentine. Dr. Kelly and Adam Anderson for family-friendly dental services. Call 402-376-1942. Anchor G Fencing. Southern South Dakota and Northern Nebraska. Fencing done right, on time, and affordable. 40 years experience. Call the schedule 308-870-5536. That's 870-5536.
Sports team sponsors include Henderson's IGA in Valentine, where you can count on USDA choice beef and a wide variety of cuts in the huge meat department at Henderson's IGA. This area's first stop for all your quilting and sewing supplies, Baby Lock Sewing Machine and Serger dealer, Country Fabrics and Crafts in Valentine. Outback in Valentine can take care of your screen printing and embroidery needs. It's Professionally done to look great. Outback in Valentine.
Well, the Valentine Lady Badgers win the first game of the night here, 25-15, 25-19, 24-26, and 25-11 on the night. That will end the season for the Kimball Lady Longhorns, I believe, with an 8-26 record on the night. So, for Kimball, they will finish at 12-18 for the season. The next game coming up will be Mitchell and Perkins County, and then the winners will meet tomorrow night. Blake Bebout had told me if Perkins County wins this one, they are the number 2 seed, then the game tomorrow night will be at 6 o'clock Central Time, and we'll plan on carrying that for you right here on KVSH Radio. What an outstanding performance by the Lady Badgers here in the Subdistrict. Mia Sherbein ends up with 22 kills on the night. She would have to be our Farm Bureau Insurance Player of the Game for the freshman. Valentine had a couple of serving errors in that. They also had a couple more aces. On the night, Valentine ended up with 6, 7, 9 aces in 4 sets, and serving errors, they ended up with 8 on the night. Also hitting for Valentine, Ashlyn Hutchinson, the senior, ended up with 11 kills on the night. Paige Springer added 6 kills. She had 3 aces herself. Ashlyn Hauser had 3 aces on the night. Clara Bebout, the sophomore middle blocker in there, ends up with a nice 4-5. I kind of lost track of where she was at on kills, but nice job at the net that time by Clara. Danica Jansen also ends up with an ace and 1 kill. Ty Miller also with an ace on the night. Mia Sherbein served a couple of aces for the Valentine Lady Badgers as well. Hitting for the Kimball Lady Longhorns, 13 kills on the night. Addison Olson led them, the senior hitter. 7 for Clarika Hodel with 7 kills on the night. And also 7 kills by Paige Frederick, sophomore, came in a rotation off the bench to help out the Kimball Lady Longhorns. I believe they ended up with a total of 6 serving errors. They ended up with 2, 4, 6, 7 aces on the night for the Kimball Lady Longhorns. So Valentine did a pretty good job on their serve receive there as well. Again, Mia Sherbein, freshman hitter, left side, ends up with 22 kills in 4 sets, and the Valentine Lady Badgers improved to 22-10 with a 25-15, 25-19, 24-26, and going away 25-11 in that final set for the Valentine Lady Badgers to win here and advance. So they will play at either 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll have to announce that once they decide. We already know if Perkins County wins, which theoretically they should, but you never know in the postseason, they will play that game at 6 o'clock probably tomorrow night here at the Badger Den, so they can get back to the Grant area before it gets too late on a school night. So once again, thanks to Tristan back for engineering things at the studios at KVSH, all of our KVSH sports team sponsors, and we hope that you'll join us tomorrow night for more Lady Badger volleyball. In fact, be here in the gym. Bring your radio with you because it's exciting to watch. They have 22-10 record right now for the Valentine Lady Badgers. And so with that, we'll say go Badgers, and we'll be back tomorrow night.
Sports team sponsors include Wicked.
Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska. Continues offering great cars and the best
sure to make a pit stop on your way home at your local Speedy Mart, where you can refuel with the best premium gas. If you use your Speedy Mart app, you can get rewards, cashback, and other great deals every stop. They have refreshing beverages, snacks, or even a meal to go. And my personal fave, the For Real machine. Speedy Mart has the best customer service, and they are open 24/7. Download the Speedy Mart Rewards app now.
Nebraska, has been an outstanding addition to the Valentine area. Phil, Whitney, and their amazing staff bring a wide variety of products to our small town area, from clothing, jewelry, and hygiene products to handcrafted longboards and candles. Thanks to their amazing products and friendly service, Broken Spoke was the winner of the 2021 Best Nebraska Small Business Award. With personalized and friendly service, handmade and eco-friendly products, and free carbon-neutral shipping, Broken Spoke really is style and class above the rest. Shop in-store or online at brokenspokeboutique.com.
Case, is that our football? Is that our football?
Santos Family Dental, located at 275 North Main Street in Valentine, Nebraska, has been helping families achieve happy, healthy smiles for years. At Santos Family, patients are family. They keep your best interests in mind. Santos Family Dental has helped hundreds of families achieve long-term dental health. With flexible times, transparent service, and comfortable space, to Santos Family Dental is dental care for everyone. Santos Family Dental, let our family treat yours.
Young's Western Wear, a family-owned and operated business located at 143 North Main Street. A place with quality Western and athletic clothing and shoes for everyone in the family. Young's is your one-stop shop for all your Western wear needs.
We are your local connection for high-quality food, friendly service, and great prices. A local family-owned store offering a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need from the everyday essentials to specialty items. Scotty's Meat Department is second to none. We take pride in our community, appreciate your business, and always support the Badgers. Go Big Red.
also. We can always send it back.
And I need wrestling shoes. Can I get those? I'll look for them.
Yours won't be here. Oh, shoot.
What?
Cases won't be here till...
Cases won't be here until when?
Oh, it told me... I gotta send Case's other ones back.
Why?
I gotta send his Amazon thing.
I hit the
Okay,
thing.
they can still play it. It's on their side.
Where are we cheering for? Okay, now can I look for wrestling shoes?
Well, that can wait.
No, I want to order.
I would rather have you try those on.
I can't try them on because where are we going? When are we going somewhere?
Don't. He's off that screen. Put your hand on it. Here. Oh.
How do you get to just shoes? Those? Yeah.
See, these I want you to try on in person.
When are we going? And I like those. They probably don't have those anymore. Order them. Order them now. Did you print that thing?
It's at home.
Okay. Order it.
I will.
Okay.
Car dealership, Trani Motors, located on Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska, continues offering great cars and the best car buying experience. aside from excellent customer service. Trani is a full-service dealership. You can browse our inventory online at TraniMotors.com. Locally owned and proud Badger supporters. Go Badgers!
Maybe play some music for him.
Broken Spoke, located at 205 North Main Street in Valentine, Nebraska, has been an outstanding addition to the Valentine area. Phil, Whitney, and their amazing staff bring a wide variety of products to our small town area, from clothing, jewelry, and hygiene products to handcrafted longboards and candles. Thanks to their amazing products and friendly service, Broken Spoke was the winner of the 2021 Best Nebraska Small Business Award. With personalized and friendly service, handmade and eco-friendly products, and free carbon-neutral shipping, Broken Spoke really is style and class above the rest.
Badger fans, be sure to make a pit stop on your way home at your local Speedy Mart, where you can refuel with the best premium gas. If you use your Speedy Mart app, you can get rewards, cashback, and other great deals every stop. They have refreshing beverages, snacks, or even a meal to go. And my personal fave, the For Real machine. Speedy Mart has the best customer service, and they are open 24/7. Download the Speedy Mart Rewards app now.
Dodgers are losing. 6-1. 1. Bottom of the 7th.
And White has access. Why were they screaming? I'm cheering for Metro. Cheering for.
Congratulations, Perkins County, on the Subdistrict win. We'll be playing Valentine in the Subdistrict C2-10 finals. And congratulations, Mitchell, on your season. Safe travels, and be back here tomorrow night. Valentine versus Perkins County.
And Valentine's gonna win.